Hello and welcome to the Convo. I'm Chuck Jones here with Jay Miller and the whole Zone Sports team, Andy Millay, Justin Dixon, and Anissa Blankenship as we bring you the regional championship game between the Wheelersburg Pirates and the Piketon Red Streaks. Jay, this is going to be a huge, huge game.
Well, it's just fun to get back on the mic and see some basketball.
It
right?
is. It is.
It's been a few games since we've televised, and this should be a really exciting comeback.
It should. Now, real quick, I want to mention our pregame sponsor
Yep.
is Jake Salzer, State Farm.
Okay.
They're right there on Chillicothe Street. Big thanks to him for being our pregame sponsor. And go if you get a chance, tell him you heard him here on the Zone.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sure. Really appreciate those sponsors.
We do.
Coming out and supporting the kids. So, in speaking of those kids from Wheelersburg, they're starting 5 tonight. You're looking at Trent Salyers and Connor Mullins, Mac Dyer, J.J. Truitt, and Tanner Holden. And, there's carryover from football season to basketball season. Tanner Holden's gotten a lot of publicity, but it's much deserved.
Yeah.
He is the kid that you're probably going to look at a lot tonight. He's going to be the go-to guy.
Yeah.
When you look at Piketon here in pregame, they don't have a lot of head toppers. You know, Holden at 6'6" can probably take advantage of some scenarios here on the offensive end. But what Wheelersburg isn't used to is they're called the Red Streaks for a reason. They're fast. They love transition basketball. They run up and down the floor. They will pressure Wheelersburg full court most of the game. So it's going to be a tough contest for Wheelersburg, but one I think they can pull out.
Well, you and I were talking, before we went on air here, and we were talking about they've got some strong shooters,
Right.
but it doesn't sound like they're very deep.
No, in the last game that they played Albany Alexander. They were actually down going into the fourth quarter. They came back to win that game. And how about this for a statistic? Their star player, 6'1" senior Tanner Purdue, he averages 25 points and 10 rebounds a game. That's pretty good for a high school basketball player.
Yeah.
All right. In the game that got them here, he scored 13 out of 14 free throws. Made 13 of 14 from the line in the fourth quarter.
In the fourth quarter.
In the fourth quarter alone.
Woo,
He had 27 points. 13 of those came from the free throw line in the fourth period. All right, so who's their go-to guy?
Well, of course.
When it comes to the end of this game, you're going to see him drive the lane, try to draw the foul, and put him on the free throw line because this young man doesn't miss.
Man, you think about that statistic. 13 out of 14.
That's huge. And, every game that we've done this year, Chuck, we've talked about you win games at the free throw stripe.
That's it.
At the end of the game, and so many times we saw teams flounder there at the end, missing free throws and missing opportunities and losing the games ultimately.
Well, yeah.
So that's going to be an advantage that Piketon really has against Wheelersburg. So Wheelersburg, their challenge today is really overcoming that press, the fast break, making sure they get back on defense, and settling down and playing the offense that they like to play.
Well, I think we'll see that. This game is the regional championship, which means after that, they move up to the state finals.
Right, and that's a big carrot in front of these Pirates and in front of the Red Streaks. So they're going to be playing their guts out today.
Well, especially after taking the state with football.
Right.
You know?
Can you imagine if they could repeat them both?
Oh, man, back to back.
That's a shiny star off in the distance.
That is.
Because basketball is a different animal. Once you get into basketball tournament play, you really run into a whole lot of Catholic schools and that kind of thing that those schools can go out and recruit.
Yeah.
And it's been an argument for a lot of years that they should have two different state tournaments, one for those private and Catholic schools and just your local schools, because they don't have that ability to do that.
But I have to say, you were talking about the carryover from football. The amount of athleticism that's in the Wheelersburg school system is incredible.
It really is. And there's the other advantage that I feel like obviously they have. We talked about Piketon. Only 4 of their kids scored in the the last game that they won.
Yeah.
And one of those kids only had 2 points.
Yeah.
So that they are not a deep basketball team. Wheelersburg is. They have a tremendous number of athletes on that team, and they're going to be rotating kids in and out, keeping them fresh, and that's going to help them get past this whole pressure situation when the Red Streaks hit them defensively.
Well, and how many times has Wheelersburg crew been up to the state finals in baseball?
Quite a few.
I mean,
it could be
it's
another
like
one of
every
those
single
situations
sports,
this year. So,
I mean, they're just really rocking the boards.
In most schools, they're lucky to get a good class every 4 or 5 years. Wheelersburg's got 2 or 3 of them together here.
They do.
And there's your difference.
Well, the game's getting ready to start. Again, I want to thank Jake Salzer's State Farm Agency there on Chillicothe Street for being our pregame sponsor. Next up will be the start of the game. We'll have our tip-off sponsor, AC1 Communications, saying switch your cable over to DirecTV. Big tip from them. One of the main guys there, Adam Cox, who sits in with us in football season. He coached the New Boston Tigers, and with that, they had a great season as well. Well, everybody's lining up on the floor.
And I got to say, I come up to these games every year. This guy has one of the best voices on the mic.
He does.
For a game.
He does. Well, you know what? We're getting ready to do the national anthem.
Our national anthem.
mentioned earlier that they typically don't play the national anthem throughout the day.
They typically
but
don't.
Probably the difference is here they're actually clearing the gym out before each game. So since there's a reset, they probably do it that way.
Right.
And I was speaking with some of the administrators earlier, and they were explaining why they do clear out the gym sometimes and sometimes they don't. It has to do with the different divisions of play. So if you have all the same divisions playing that day, they won't clear it out. They'll let you stay and watch basketball all day. But if they have a small division, then a bigger division, this, that, and the other, that money all goes to different tills.
That makes sense.
So they clear it out and then bring it back in. So that's how that works, and that's why they cleared out this gymnasium. And now we're full of just Piketon Red Streaks and Wheelersburg Pirates fans.
That's it. Well, we'll take a quick break, and we'll come back right after this.
You've always been able to recognize value. The decisions you make today put you on the road to where you want to be tomorrow. Throughout your life, you've planned and made smart decisions. You deserve State Auto's Prime of Life to protect your home and autos. Find out more about Prime of Life and other State Auto products.
Call Barrett Murphy, your local State Auto Insurance Agency.
At Desco, we believe loans to small businesses result in stronger communities. We believe the experience and ability to make local decisions awards you the home field advantage. We believe quick decisions and straightforward answers are what you need to get started. At Desco, we have terms to fit your business. Desco Federal Credit Union. We make business loans.
Let's see if we can get you some help.
Who do you think you're going to get to help me this time of night?
Thank you for calling King's Daughters. This is Natalie. How can I help you?
My husband has a pretty bad cough, and it seems like it's getting worse.
Let's see about getting him in to see a provider.
Care 24/7. Free advice, help, and scheduling 24 hours a day.
Honey, I think they can get you in as soon as the morning.
That fast?
That fast.
Care 24/7. Here when you need us.
The library isn't just a source for books anymore. We are activities. We are local history and genealogy. We are entertainment. We are DVDs and books on CD. We are online. We are education. We are mobile. We are everywhere. We are still books and reading. We are here for our community. We are here for you.
We are the Portsmouth Public Library.
I love the library.
You're watching Zone Sports. Game on.
And here we are back, getting ready for the tip-off. Again, the tip-off sponsor is AC1 Communications, saying take a tip and switch your cable to DirecTV. Give them a call. What? That's it. And we are starting the game.
Ready to tip. You got
Holden's out there.
The tale of the Tanners. Tanner Purdue versus Tanner Holden on the tip.
Head to head. There's the tip. Berg gets it.
Now Wheelersburg will have a steady offense here, working for the shot, not in a big hurry. My understanding is Piketon's not that way. They like to really push up the tempo.
Well, you know, Wheelersburg likes to control that game, you know?
Well, they have the players to do it, too.
Yeah, and they like to control the clock.
Nice back
make it work
cut.
for them.
Tanner Holden with the reverse
Holden
layup.
draws first blood.
Quick dribble.
Well, missed shot off the side. Berg regains it.
Trent Salyers with the rebound, and he brings the ball down the floor. Lucky to get that one back, Chuck.
They were.
That's going to be off Tanner Holden. Now to go to the red streaks.
Almost another shot in there. Just a little too congested.
We talked about Wheelersburg and how far they may be able to go. Last year they lost in the sectional final to South Point. And
you know, the Pointers are, consistently put out a great team, just like the Oaks do.
They have a good tradition there of basketball. Well, Coach Stephen Ader, in speaking with him this week, you know, he was really disappointed with that loss. And, you know, he's surprised, actually, to a certain extent, that they've come as far as they've come this year, because they lost that, and they only had 2 players returning from that starting 5 to this team. But it gives voice to that depth, how many good athletes there are in that school.
That's true. You know. Well, you know, I've got kind of a soft spot for Wheelersburg, as that was my school of graduation, my alma mater. So I'm always tickled to see how far they go.
Well, they have taken the 2 points that Tanner Holden had in the beginning off the board.
Well, they're having technical difficulties with the boards themselves.
Right.
And the announcer just announced that it is 2-0 currently, and he said they're going to have this corrected shortly.
So for how long, I wonder, will we go without a score? And that's what Tanner Purdue does. He's going to drive the lane every time he touches the ball. In Wheelersburg, and talking to Coach, he said we have to have good help side defense. So somebody's got to come from that backside, come and stop that dribble. Otherwise, he's going to draw the foul or he's going to score.
That's it. There's the first one.
That earlier, he doesn't miss too much.
And now we've got scores back up on the board.
It's official. So the score is Tanner 2, Tanner 2. Tanner Holden showing he's got some basketball dribbling skills.
He does.
Pretty good for a 6'6"
Comes
player.
a three, up and no good. Recovered by the other Tanner.
Nice backside
nice
pass.
assist.
Tanner Veach with the bucket. 6' senior.
How many Tanners they got on that team?
You got a lot of Tanners. Do you remember the song Mr. Tanner by Harry Chapin?
Well, yeah, that's true.
That's a good song.
Holden looking for an opening.
And that is going to be
it's
over and back. It's a good call, and Wheelersburg fans aren't happy, but number 12 actually touched the ball last.
Yep.
While he was in the front court, regained control of the basketball after he passed midcourt. That is going to be over in the back.
5:50 on the clock.
Good call there by Marcus Thompson. Purdue from downtown off the back iron. And we're going to have a foul. Looks like it's going to be on number 24.
Under the basket?
A little boxing out foul. Blake Reeder pushing from behind.
There we go.
Trying to clear out there, make some space to pull that rebound down. You can get by with alligator arms, but if you extend them, yeah, they're going to blow that whistle. Tanner playing out front quite a lot. And this time,
three from the
J.J.
side
Truitt is going to bury the three.
I tell you, Truitt edging an advantage.
Truitt's the
first three-pointer of the game.
Truitt's the transfer from South Webster.
Oh.
I'm gonna say it went off his leg, but they're not sure. They didn't have the angle. They're going to discuss this, and they're going to give it to Wheelersburg. I believe it probably went off Wheelersburg's leg.
I think it did. I mean, there was nobody close to him.
You had the block, and from where the ball actually went out of bounds from that deflection, it should have been a simple call. 3-point opportunity. Purdue with the ball, charging down the left side of the floor.
Nice spin.
He'll dribble to the hole until he's stopped and then kick it out to an open man.
You know, Jay, I was talking when we were off camera. I mean, this is the number 1 and the number 2 seed. And this is kind of a rare occurrence, you know. I mean, it's not often that we cover the number 1 and 2 seed from the beginning, playing it off for the regional championship.
Yeah, most of the time you're going to have an upset somewhere along the way. But, yeah, we got 1 versus 2 here, and somewhat local. You know, Pike County is just our neighbor to the north.
Well, yeah.
They play a lot of our local schools. Matter of fact, Piketon played Valley and West down in our neck of the woods. Put back and the foul.
Basket and foul.
It's going to be Mac Dyer.
This could be an opportunity for Berg.
Mac Dyer, the 6'2 freshman.
All-state in football last
He's
year.
a senior. Misses the opportunity there. Piketon defeated Valley by 5 and West by 12 in the regular season. Wheelersburg, they beat Valley pretty bad both times they played them and had closer contests with West. So just on the surface, you would think that Wheelersburg would have the advantage here. But when we get to the big court up here at the Convo, the floor kind of levels out, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. We know Wheelersburg has been to the Convo for 26 years. They've visited the Convo. This season they've had 35 wins, 11 losses here at the Convo. 76% average.
Yeah, that's a heck of a track record.
It is.
And the thing about that is they bring with them the experience. Even if these kids didn't start on last year's team, they were on the bench.
That's it.
They understand how the combo works, the pageantry, the drama that goes with it, and they're not wide-eyed walking into this.
Yeah. Piketon, on the other hand, has had 12 years at the Convo.
Mm-hmm.
8 wins and 10 losses with a 44% average.
Some good stats.
Mm-hmm.
Wheelersburg just taking their time.
Well, that's what they're known for.
And this has really got to take Piketon way out of their tempo. Coming down and sitting on them, playing half-court basketball. It's not what Piketon likes to do.
No.
And here we have an example of their bench a little bit. Wheelersburg substituting in a few players.
I want to recognize some of our sponsors this evening. We had a lot of new sponsors joining us for this game. BG's Pizza and More, right there in New Boston. Field of Dreams, there in Wheelersburg. Bo Cook's Garage joining us. Evans Variety, right downtown there in Portsmouth. Kogan's Competition Engines up there in Franklin Furnace. All Cracked Up Cell Phone Repair there on Dogwood Ridge. Games Napa Auto Parts Store out in Lucasville. Clarktown Tire and Alignment. Reinhard Truck Sales in Wheelersburg. And B&E Healthcare.
Holden showing some of that talent that he has with his size as a junior. Maybe we got some Ohio U coaches watching today.
Well, I tell you, didn't he meet with the OSU coaches during football?
He did, but the last that I had heard, and I'm not on top of the situation, but last I heard, he really wants to play basketball.
Well,
got a piece of that one.
Hey, there we go. There we go.
So Cole Lowry, not a starter. That's an example of that bench coming in, making big things happen.
And Wheelersburg is now in double digits. Let's take a quick break, and we'll be back right after this.
Yeah, that kid.
The library isn't just a source for books anymore. We are activities. We are local history and genealogy. We are entertainment. We are DVDs and books on CD. We are online. We are education. We are mobile. We are everywhere. We are still books and reading. We are here for our community. We are here for you.
We are the Portsmouth Public Library.
I love the library.
You're watching Zone Sports. Game on.
And we're back. I'm Chuck Jones here with Jay Miller, bringing you Convo action for the regional championship game, where the Wheelersburg Pirates are up 12-4 over the Piketon Red Streaks.
On the campus of Ohio University.
I'm telling you. I love doing games up here, Jay.
I do too. It's a beautiful campus. It's my favorite stadium. I'm a Buckeye fan, but honestly, I like this basketball stadium more than any of them I've been to.
I do too.
I've coached on this floor and really enjoy the opportunity to broadcast today.
Well, there's another Tanner.
Tanner.
From the Red Streaks.
Tanner 2. Tanner Veach with the score.
Oh, got a ball strip there. The Red Streaks takes it down. And they get back-to-back baskets, trying to get back in the game.
Yeah, that's a situation down there with Truitt trying to use that roll, that rotation move down inside where you've got help.
That and they're trying to speed the pace up.
That's what Piketon wants to do. You're going to play into their hands, and there's your foul.
Now, you know what? That was way too many steps before he got a foul.
He may have gotten an extra step in there before they got to it. And Matt Oren actually had some words with him because Tanner Holden really was dramatic about his feeling for the call.
Yeah.
Matt Orrin, the official there,
I'm
not going to listen to that.
I don't blame him, I mean, from where we sit. But, really, that's probably a make-up call for what we had in the, first 2 minutes there under the
It could be.
Berg basket.
And even with officiating, there's an ebb and flow. You're going to have good calls, bad calls, as long as it's both ways. Both teams are getting good and bad, equal distribution there. It's fine. But at the end of the game, they can't miss any calls.
That's true. Well, the Red Streaks have got up to double digits now. So Wheelersburg is they're speeding up,
And Marcus Thompson's going to call the charge there. Number 24.
So
that's
Bert
Blake
will get
Reeder,
the ball.
The junior.
I will say this: I love the mascot here for the Red Streaks.
Yeah,
it's just it's almost like a red streaky piece of pizza.
Where's the cheese,
That's
right?
That's it. And it's smiling. I like that.
It's very, very happy. Rubbing its stomach like it needs some pizza.
Yeah.
Where's the cheese? Where's the beef from the old Wendy's
where's
days,
the
right?
beef? Wonder what happened to that lady.
She was quite old then.
She was. A great commercial.
Mm-hmm. Now, Wheelersburg, last couple trips down the floor, they've wasted some opportunities trying to rotate inside against pressure, and they've missed a couple of 3 balls. We're down to 10 seconds remaining in this first quarter.
They want
Who's
to
going
take
to
that
take
last
the
shot
last
of the quarter. Here comes Holden. There's the shot.
Just
No
inside
good.
the line.
And no
Didn't
time
afford
for the
Piketon
Red
any
Streaks.
time to score, so Wheelersburg will take the lead in at
That's it.
the end of the first quarter.
So we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back after this.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Howell Insurance Agency, serving you for over 75 years. You're watching Zone Sports. Game on.
And we're back with the Berg fans trying to do a little wave action over there on the side.
Shall we join in?
Yeah, there we go.
All right, so looking at the game plan coming in.
Here it comes. Whoa! Hey. There we go.
Coach Hader really wanted to limit Tanner Purdue. 25 points a game is what he averages, 10 rebounds a game.
Uh-huh.
And, after 8 minutes, he has 4 points. So they're doing a good job of doing what they wanted to do with him.
They are. I mean, it's a tight score at the end of the first quarter, 2-point difference. Berg's going to have to remember to keep the pace of the game going because the Streaks got them moving there for a minute.
They did.
And they were making some mistakes.
And it's not that Wheelersburg can't play that kind of game. Case in point right there. Tanner Holden can take it from coast to coast.
Mm-hmm.
All right, missed a shot there at the end but got the foul. That's okay. They'll take that kind of offense, but it's not something they want to do all day.
Exactly.
Piketon actually has a better handle on that style of basketball.
I love the announcer,
He's great.
He will shoot, too.
Yep.
Not
and
going
yes,
to the
it is
line for
basketball
2.
30.
That's it. I mean, he's not going to the line for 2,
Yep.
He will shoot 2.
Very demonstrative.
That's it.
And he'll miss 2.
Berg's 0 from the foul line up to this point.
Nice pass down the floor.
Oh, nice weight. Didn't pan out, but definitely a nice weight.
I think Jacob Matthews there might have got a finger on that shot.
And it's tied up. 12
Tanner
all.
Beach for Piketon actually has more points than Tanner Purdue. 6 and 4.
Ooh, shot from the side. No good on the 3.
We got a double dribble. We're going to go back the other way. Some interesting, I don't know if our cameras caught it, but we had some drama down here on this end.
We did.
Number 2 there for Piketon, Tanner Beach. Got a little caught up with Tanner Holden, and he did an incredible flop. I'll give him an Oscar.
Yeah.
Did it right in front of the official. The official did the right thing, and he swallowed the whistle. Yeah, so we're not going to blow that. That was a fine job, son. But
that's it.
Play ball.
We're all impressed with your tantrum. You know, it's got to be frustrating to be on the court and things not be going the way you want for a particular play or something like that.
Sure. Well, and I think that they would love to get Tanner Holden in foul trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's a guy that you want to lock up with and try to get him into a bad position and maybe get a cheap foul on, he's your guy. That time they tried a little too hard to get it to Holden.
They did.
Yeah, this team has 5 players. That's what they've done all
Oh,
year.
man. They stuffed that ball right down him, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean, that's a clean block, and it certainly wasn't body.
No. I mean, they blocked from behind.
So, Marcus, I'm not sure about that call. Connor Mullins called with the foul from behind, straight down on that ball.
Yeah. 6:34 left in the second quarter.
Now, for Connor Mullins, though, here's the trick. Don't get behind him.
That's it.
And Purdue is such a good player. He's got a quick first step. He can get around you and force you to reach, and when you reach, you foul. Purdue now 4 for 4 from the free throw line here in the first half.
Well, and we see how important that statistic's becoming.
Yep. Holden with the pass.
Inside for 2. Justin Salyers.
Justin Salyers
puts that
the
down.
junior with the finish. And Veach stepped on the sideline.
Good call from the side.
Wheelersburg going to their bench again. They've used 3 reserves at this point.
Yeah, let me mention a few more sponsors in tonight's ball game. Jason Conley Truck Sales, Mustang Muffler there in Clarktown, Supreme Pest Control, Muletown Mini Mart, Millhuff and Stang CPAs, Jenkins Sunoco, the Ridge Mini Mart, Phoenix Oil Change right there in Wheelersburg, Penn Station, great subs, Tammy Hale Insurance, Melcher Funeral Home, the 140C Store, and Freedom Outdoors. Thank you to all those sponsors who have joined us for this regional championship game.
Through the lane.
22, J.J. Truitt finishing. And he's just a freshman.
Tell ya. He's doing good.
Wheelersburg has 3 players that average double figures. Truitt, one of them, with 11.
Oh, bad break.
Along with Cole Lowry, 13.6, and Tanner Holden, 17.8 points per game is what they average. Holden averages 11 rebounds per game. Nice little sneaky pass there from the baseline.
That was.
Number 24, Blake Reeder.
Holden with a long pass. Nice little under the basket shot.
J.J. Truitt again.
Truitt stuffing it up there. Oh, what a steal. No good. Look at that. It's a free-for-all. Oh, my gosh.
It's a melee.
It is. Everybody's out there. And finally the Streaks score.
Alex Blanton with the points there.
I think that ball touched most of both teams' hands or body parts.
It touched 1 foot from a Piketon Red Streak, which you can't kick the ball. Ball should have been dead right there, Ashley.
What, really? Okay, I do not agree with that call. That was wrong. That was wrong.
So we have a traveling call there.
So we get a timeout. We'll take a timeout and gripe about this
We'll
off
scratch
screen.
our heads over that as we're going.
And we'll be right back.
Yep.
You're watching Zone Sports. Game on.
And we're back here at the Convo where we just had a call that none of us agree with over here. So we'll try to quit griping about that. 3:56 left before the half. Both teams are tied up, and the Streaks just got the ball.
You know, one of the things coaches always tell their kids, you can't live in the past.
That's true. That's true.
So you gotta play what's in front of you. You gotta let it go.
That's it. That's it.
Purdue quick with the dribble. And 3 from number 3. That's going to be Alex Blanton. That's his second 3 in this quarter. And some of the other cast of characters are starting to tune up for the Red Streaks.
They are. They are. Well, they're desperately trying to get the game to move at their pace.
Lowry at the point, taking it to the hole. Red Streaks getting back, beating the Pirates back to their end. And Wheelersburg's going to take time out and talk about this.
All right. So, again, we'll take a break, and we'll be right back after this.
You've always been able to recognize value. The decisions you make today put you on the road to where you want to be tomorrow. Throughout your life, you've planned and made smart decisions. You deserve State Auto's Prime of Life to protect your home and autos. Find out more about Prime of Life and other State Auto products.
Call Barrett Murphy, your local State Auto Insurance Agency.
You're watching Zone Sports. Game on.
It's a good one.
Game on, and we're back here at the Convo where the Streaks now have a 5-point lead, 25-20 over the Pirates.
Wheelersburg's had quite a few trips down the floor where they've basically taken some poor shots.
They have. They had my favorite bad call right here at the half-court line.
They've had a few things bad happen to them, and a lot of that has to do with the pressure defense that Piketon applies.
Mm-hmm.
But offensively, they're getting down and they're playing 1-on-5, and nobody's there to get a rebound.
Yep.
And that's not Wheelersburg basketball.
No, it's not.
So now we're starting to see some screens, see the ball getting worked around the perimeter here. Let's see if they can't pick it up offensively.
Oh, there it is. Oh, man.
Big 3
in and out.
Off the mark by Truitt.
Burke's only hit 1 3 so far today.
Piketon quick to bring the ball down the floor.
A few more sponsors on today's game. B&B Loan, Barrett Murphy Insurance, the Desco Federal Credit Union, Lutz Supply, Portsmouth Cinema 8, Portsmouth Public Library, the Powell Insurance Agency, Sauter County Career and Technical Center, Shawnee State University, the Southern Ohio Medical Center, Sunspot Tanning, the UPS Store, Wheelersburg Cinema, Bob and Floyd Tire Sales, Direct Connect Media, Sherman Cricker Insurance, Stultz Pharmacy, Wagner Rental, Hope Source Treatment, Gaddy's Pizza, Pro Pest Control, Rallies, Smith's Drugs, and WIOI. Big thanks to all of them, and a especially big thanks to King's Daughters Medical Centers, who is our main game sponsor throughout all of our seasons, football, basketball, whatever we attempt to do. Big thanks to KDMC for helping bring all these local events at home to your TV.
Tough call there. That ball might have actually gone off Holden's foot out of bounds. They're trying to get the ball into Holden now because they're not successful from the perimeter. They've missed a lot of shots outside.
Well, we're getting awfully close to the halftime.
Piketon's not.
Yeah, we're getting awfully close to halftime, and the Pirates are getting down.
Yep.
1:33 left in this period.
They don't want to get too far behind, that's for sure.
That's it. I mean, you don't want to spend third period just catching up.
Yeah. And it's not something they're used to doing.
No.
Is playing from behind. So right now, the difference is Wheelersburg's just not making much from the outside, and Piketon is. Blanton has 3 threes in the first half here for Piketon. And we have a 5-second call.
I'm enjoying the Red Streaks coach, though.
That's Cole Lowry out there playing good defense on him, shutting Purdue down. You're liking Piketon's coach?
Yeah.
Dapper Dan over there?
I'm telling you.
Yeah?
Full suit, button jacket.
Uh-huh. That's old school.
It is. I mean, honestly, it's very impressive,
that's what they need right there is getting Holden inside, taking advantage of his height over Piketon. Yeah, and when he catches these passes, getting that ball under his chin, not letting these guys peck it out of there.
28-22 with just right at 45 seconds left to go till a half.
Holden with 8 points at this point. Right at 30 seconds now in the contest, Purdue with the ball. Chris Lowry guarding him, looking for that 5-second call again. Little out of control.
Holden grabs it.
And we've got a run out.
On the run out for 2.
Connor Mullins.
Tanner Holden the assist.
And a turnover. Looking down the floor.
Oh! What a score at the buzzer.
Oh, Lowry with no time left on the clock.
I'm telling you, that should bring it up. Should that not be 28-26?
28-26.
So they head to the Pirates head to the locker room with a two-point deficit.
Deficit, right.
I mean, what a way to come back.
We thought that was going to be an 8-point deficit. They bring it down to 2. They feel a little bit better about themselves going in now.
Huge, yeah, man. What a great last 30 seconds, Well, let's take a quick break, and we'll come back with the halftime report brought to you by Conley Trucking. Big supporters of the Berg sports team and the area. So we'll be right back with halftime right after this.
When I came here, professors were just down to earth to talk to you. Felt like you can make a connection with them. So when you go to apply for medical school, they're going to be able to write you the letter of recommendation. You're not just someone sitting in a large lecture at a large university.
Over the last year, I've been establishing a patient base in my hometown. 20 years from now, I hope to be here, seeing patients, taking care of patients. I don't hesitate to tell them I went to Shawnee State, and it truly made me stand out while in medical school.
Welcome to Portsmouth Cinemas!
Sights, sounds, and smells, we give you all the feels you need for a fun time on the town. Want to enjoy a 3D movie or even throw a party? The Portsmouth Cinema is here for you. Looking for unbeatable deals on concessions? We got you. Need an affordable night out to relax with a movie? Super Tuesday to the rescue. We are always updating to give you the best experience possible. Visit us online at republictheaters.com or Facebook for showtimes. Portsmouth Cinema. When you've got the time, we've got the popcorn, the candy, the drinks, and the best movies around.
Located in the heart of downtown Portsmouth is the area's oldest pawnbroker, B&B Loan. No matter what you're looking for, it's probably come through the doors of B&B at some point in time. With a large selection of jewelry, TVs, tools, DVDs, musical instruments, and did I mention jewelry? B&B has the largest collection of pre-owned jewelry featuring many popular and one-of-a-kind pieces. No matter what you're looking for, shop local first by coming into B&B Loan, located near the Esplanade at 837 Gallia Street in Portsmouth.
Everyone has a personality. Shouldn't your kitchen have one too? Craft-made cabinetry has hundreds of distinctive ways to help create a kitchen so personal. It could only belong to you. Craft-made. It becomes you. Visit craftmade.com or call 1-866-CRAFTMADE for your free idea book.
Sierra's Haven is a no-kill animal shelter located in Scioto County. They are a group of volunteers working together to help find safe, loving homes for adoptable pets. In its brief existence, they have made a difference in the lives of thousands of animals. Whether they were stray animals or needing medical attention, Sierra's treated, spayed, neutered, and found them wonderful homes. Your contributions to this organization can help get abandoned and abused animals off the streets and into a loving home. So when you're ready to give, think about giving locally. Charity begins at home.
And welcome back. I'm Chuck Jones here with Jay Miller to the Conley Trucking Halftime Report. We want to thank Conley Trucking out there, RJ and the boys, out there in Slocum Station for supporting the halftime report tonight. Jay, what do we got to talk about?
Well, yeah, a halftime score. How dramatic was that?
Oh my gosh, that was awesome.
Yeah, the way the first half ended there with a flourish of points from the Pirates.
Well, it's always great to have that buzzer shot.
Absolutely.
You know? I mean, that just pumps the crowd up, pumps the team up.
And we've seen so many of those this year. So a fine job of Wheelersburg getting back into this game, but let's look at what happened to get them out of the game there momentarily. You know, looking inside to Tanner Holden, and if we're going to take those shots on the outside, we better start burying them in the second half.
That's true.
You know, maybe it's the tail of the tape here. Maybe that's a hot rim on this end.
Maybe.
You know?
Maybe.
They might actually play better in front of their home bench and shoot a little better on this end. We'll see how that works. Piketon shot pretty well offensively.
Well, what did you think? What did you think was the difference in Wheelersburg having the lead to not having the lead?
Well, you know, when we talked about Piketon coming into this game, we said that they only had basically 3 kids that scored in the previous game. And then when you look at their stat line, well, they've got 5 now, and 3 of those 5 have scored quite a few. They're really playing better as a team than they did in the previous game, which I'm sure Wheelersburg saw tape on.
Right.
You know, so they're showing a little bit more than what Wheelersburg was ready for. Wheelersburg needs to give what they've given all year, and thus far they're just not hit from the outside. It happens. You got to shoot the ball, so eventually they're going to get that stroke back and make some shots.
I agree with that. I think the other big key part of this is in that short time that they gained their points back and started to get ahead, Wheelersburg lost focus of controlling the clock.
They did.
They jumped into the hype of playing the fast game.
Right. And, you know, unlike the little flourish that they had there at the end where they were quickly trying to score, that's not their game typically. But Piketon's doing a pretty good job defensively of holding that half-court game down.
They are.
So when we look at the stats from the first half, Tanner Holden did lead all Wheelersburg Pirates with 8. J.J. Truitt had 7. Cole Lowry 5. And Mac Dyer, Justin Salyers, and Colin Mullins each had 2 apiece. Tanner Purdue was the talk of the town coming into this. He averages 25 points and 10 rebounds a game. He managed 10 in the first half. Good showing in the second quarter when he was held to 4 after the first frame.
Right.
The guy who kind of picked up the slack there was Alex Blanton, who ended up with 8 points. I had him with 9. I thought he had 3 threes. They gave him 2 plus the 1 bucket, so he had 8. Purdue did have 10. You know, Blanton there with 8. Tanner Veach came in with 6. And Alston Taylor and Scott Lytle had 2 apiece. That's the scoring from both Piketon and Wheelersburg.
Yeah. Now, Berg made 0 foul shots in the first half.
And they only shot 2.
Right. Well, let's see. They shot at least 3 because Holden shot 1.
Okay, I don't have that one down.
You know, and then
Holden shot 2. He was 0 for 2 is what I have.
Okay. And then who was it down here that got the 2 points and then the the foul and missed the second.
It might have been Mullins, but I'm not sure.
Might have been. I think it may have been
Mullins.
Yeah.
And on the other side, we talked about Piketon's being very adept at making free throws.
Yeah.
Purdue was 4 for 4 in that first half.
Yeah.
So, Wheelersburg don't want to fall into that trap that Albany Alexander did in the previous game, where they're allowing Purdue to go to the free throw line here in the second half.
Well, that's it.
And you're going to see that, especially in the fourth quarter. Purdue's going to be driving that lane, trying to get that foul and go to the free throw stripe.
That's it. Well, again, big thanks to Conley Trucking, RJ and the boys out there, for being our halftime support. We'll go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll come back right after this.
I do it for the ladies.
I did it before I got married.
I do it year-round.
It's the only thing I take my hat off for.
I do it all month long for one low price.
We do it together.
Wheelersburg, Portsmouth, Huntington, Jackson. I do it wherever I go.
They all do it here.
You won't have to wait for the sun to look fine. Come to the sun spot where the sun always shines.
Manufacturing is not what it used to be. It's more than putting parts together. It's coming up with ideas, testing principles, and perfecting engineering. Scioto County Career Technical Center, through secondary and post-secondary education, is offering student training in the use of CNC, PLC, and CAD. Such cutting-edge training advances the skill level of the local workforce, building for the future of advanced manufacturing. For more information, visit us online at sciototech.org.
Sciototech.
The Stephen A. Hunter Hope Fund was founded in memory of local student Stephen A. Hunter. One of the most successful programs is the Stevens Power Pack program, which provides food for local children in need. The most recent hunger statistics from Feeding America reveal that almost 1 in 3 children in Scioto, Pike, and Adams counties are food insecure. That's almost 50% higher than the national average. So when you're ready to give, think about giving locally. Charity begins at home.
When you're pain-free, you can live free. At SOMC, our physical medicine and rehabilitation associates can help you live free from chronic pain and free from worry, too. That's because we can provide a wide variety of pain management treatments, including epidurals, nerve blocks, and spinal stimulation, so you don't have to worry about living on pain medication. Innovative pain solutions from SOMC. Very good things are happening here.
You're watching Zone Sports.
They came back and did it.
Game on.
And we're back. Getting ready to start the second half. Got 20 seconds on the clock there before we engage the enemy.
Yep.
You know? Like I say, I'm digging the Red Streaks coach in full suit.
Yep.
You know?
And the slice of pizza behind him.
That's it.
Yep.
You know? I love to see guys in full dress. You know, I think that's cool when they show up and have an appearance that stands out.
Yeah, it's a throwback, and it's respectful. That it's an honorable program. That's what you give as far as that vision. So yeah, kudos to Piketon.
Yeah.
First class.
All right, here we go. We're getting ready to start the second half. The Pirates will be taking the ball out, and they are moving the ball.
Cole Lowry didn't start the game, but he will start the second half. And that's the way they want to start it.
Underneath the Holden, and Holden draws first blood for the second half. And that should tie us up.
Now here's your key to the game. And Wheelersburg could run away with this the second half. We don't know. That's basketball. But one thing's for sure, Wheelersburg needs to make foul shots.
That's it. You're
so
right.
Let's make the first one of this half.
There it is.
That's the way to do it.
So Berg starts the second half on a good note, gaining their deficit and gaining a +1 on top of that.
You know, it's interesting that they have Tanner Holden defending Tanner Purdue.
Yeah. Well, those are the two players on each, one on each team that they do not want in foul trouble.
Right.
So I guess it's probably good to match them up.
Right. Well, Purdue at 6'1" giving up 5 inches to Holden. That should be a big mismatch.
Yeah, it should be.
And I'm sure they think that they can get him with that first dribble step, but Holden's been holding his own.
Mm-hmm.
Notice the double Holden there.
Double Holden. Double Tanner.
Yeah. Until that happened. Purdue with quick step there to the left, driving the lane, really forces Holden into a bad situation there. You don't want to just let him score.
No.
But you're probably going to foul him if you defend it.
Yep.
And he did.
Well, that's Holden's second foul this game.
Nobody really in foul trouble.
No.
For either team. And Purdue continues to.
You know, I have to say both teams have been very cordial to each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, they're both good schools. You're going to see good sportsmanship. And Purdue is still perfect from the line.
Man.
Cole Lowry bringing the ball down the floor. Skip pass to Holden.
Oh!
A nice right hand.
That was a straight shot. Did you see
it really
that?
was.
There was no arch on
that.
that.
No trajectory whatsoever on that. Nice move, nice finish by Tanner Holden. He has all of Wheelersburg's 5 points in this half.
Underneath.
And the streak's going point for point.
Blake Reeder just snuck in. Wheelersburg turned their back on him, forgot where he was, found the crease and found the points. I don't like Tanner Holden being on the perimeter. I'd like to see him down there on a block.
Yeah.
We don't get those rebounds right there if he's not. And that's going to be on Purdue from behind the bump on the rebound.
Yeah.
Tanner Purdue with the bell, that's his first. Second for the Streaks.
Purdue bringing the ball, or Holden bringing the ball down the floor.
Taking his time.
Holden is, he's the Swiss Army knife of the Wheelersburg Pirates. He does it all.
He
brings
really
the ball
is.
down the floor. He can play on the block. He can shoot from the outside. He just proved there that he can throw the ball pretty well. Piketon, a nice play on that, deflecting it out of bounds. Really probably should have stayed Wheelersburg.
It's a nice analogy, the Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, hey, he can do it all for you. And I'm sure Wheelersburg would like to use him as a tool in this second half to get them a victory.
Purdue slow pacing it down, just like Holden. Ooh, that was a nice little layup there.
Yeah, nice little up and under.
Yeah.
Get him to go up, split, go underneath, and a nice soft kiss off the glass.
That's it. It was pretty smooth.
Holden again out on the perimeter. The cut down the lane, he has the ball. Step back, and two. And it's been all Tanner Holden this half.
It has.
1 point game, Piketon still with the lead.
Nice steal.
Great job there by Connor Mullins, picking his pocket.
Connor Mullins really has been a key player.
He sure has. 6 foot junior, guard. They just lost sight of him, and he comes around, picks his pocket from the rear, and then gets the foul at the end. Again, looking at free throws, these are going to be really important. Thus far, Wheelersburg's 2 for 2.
There we go.
And they are liking the home side.
They are.
We got to travel.
Traveling the ball.
That was one of those quick dribble drives, and as he's trying to kick it out, got a caught on his hip, carried the ball into the lane and
That's
called
it.
for steps.
And again, I love the announcer here. Traveling the ball. Traveling the ball.
He says with
He is
foreboding.
the best voice for announcing here.
I saw him earlier, and I complimented him on that. Woo. And clean block there by Piketon's number 2, and the run out to number 3. Veach with the block, and Blanton with the points.
All right, here the tempo's changing again.
Yeah, it's called taking care of the ball.
Yep.
You know where everybody is. Don't turn your back on your opponent. It's happened both ways.
Ooh, almost.
Tough shot there by Lowry off the front iron. Purdue with the ball. They got to be ready to help. Lowry reached. He needed to get out into that lane.
He tried. So both Tanners are balled up on the side there.
Lowry on the other end.
Oh,
Dipsy do. How do you do?
That's it.
2 points for the Wheelersburg Pirates.
I think we're starting to see a little dramatics.
Well, one of these teams is going to go home today and not play basketball anymore.
You're right.
So it will get dramatic.
Oh!
Big 3 by number 3,
man.
Alex Blanton. That's his 3rd tray of the day. And that's going to be an offensive foul on this end. That's number 15, Mac Dyer.
Yeah.
Like a Mack truck.
I don't know if I really agree with that. I don't
Goes
think he was
over the
set
defender.
up.
Well, it was a tough situation there. He really wasn't going to gain anything with that move.
No.
He wasn't going to be able to back him in and get that shot, so kind of a wasted foul.
Yeah.
So Mack Truck with the drive.
Mm-hmm.
Going back to Reinhardt Trucking.
That's it, Reinhardt Trucking. You know, I was talking to them the other day. That business goes back to the early 1800s. Reinhardt
That's just
Trucking
hard
does.
to imagine.
I'm telling you, that's one of the oldest businesses in the county.
Yeah,
if
nobody
not
would
the
think
oldest.
that. Big 3 there by Connor Mullins, the 6-foot junior. Big 3.
Oh,
and the steal.
Did you see
Cole
that?
Lowry. And the finish.
Oh, man.
And we might have a timeout here.
That was the smoothest steal I've seen all day. Did you see that?
He just tried to.
He just walked by and got it.
Yeah, he just tried to dribble in front of him, and he took it from him.
Yeah.
Piketon's coach, Evan Legg, kind of losing his mind over there. A little frustration on this end. Wheelersburg now with a 3-point lead after being down as much as 8.
Yeah. Minute 35 left to go in this third period.
Yeah, they're making it tough on Tanner Purdue out here. You're not getting anything for free, son.
Oh!
Big block!
Did you see that swat?
Big block!
Man.
Perfectly timed block there by Tanner Holden.
That is, man. That's a nice swat.
Yeah, he's got some hops. That wasn't close to goaltending, but he got up there quite a ways, didn't he?
He did.
Justin Salyers is going to come in for Truitt. He'll take a break.
1:25 on the clock.
That was a well-designed play, getting the screen for Purdue.
Just didn't happen.
Out. And they tried to set up the dunk on the backside, but it got tipped. Still with the 2, and Wheelersburg has some momentum.
They do. You know what? They're taking a break. We will too, and we'll bring you right back after this.
This is my business.
I'm the owner and sole proprietor.
I only have one other employee, Chester.
It's a romantic notion. Be the boss, but you are alone.
Well, not technically alone.
I do have a lot of help, actually.
My UPS store.
I had this printed there.
Packing, shipping, help.
Outstanding.
Toasters.
I have a mailbox there.
Best thing, they're right down the street.
The owner's a friend.
I got the account.
My team.
Yes! Careful now.
You're watching Zone Sports.
I got you. Bop, 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 bop. And we're back. A little James Brown on the speakers there. Everybody's pumped up as the Berg is leading by 5 points here. 1 minute and 11 seconds left to go in the third quarter. And I think the Streaks are getting a little agitated.
Yeah, they're getting a little frustrated, a little tired, and Wheelersburg's getting a little pumped up here. Big part of that is Tanner Holden. Big block on this end down here, and nearly the lob for potentially a dunk on this end, and the Wheelersburg fans are on their feet.
Yeah. And they've got a great crowd here today. You know, they really do. A lot of orange. What are we calling there? We're calling a foul?
Cole Lowry with the foul.
Cole Lowry with a foul?
Third on the team.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it back.
That happens to me too, man.
Had some water go down the wrong way.
That's it.
Yeah, Cole Lowry got called on the foul.
Yeah. So Tanner Purdue sinking his first one, still staying at 100%.
That's key for them.
And he sinks his second. So Wheelersburg enjoying a 3-point lead at the moment. Really? We're going to travel the ball now?
You're starting to sound like the PA guy.
That's it. Add about 2 or 3 minutes, your voice will be totally back.
Working on it.
It's bad when it happens.
Yeah.
All right, the Streaks trying to gain some momentum before the and that didn't help them.
Nice drive and a nice pitch by Purdue.
Oh!
And kind of a violent foul on this end.
Hit.
A whole lot of Pirate fans wanted that to be a flagrant call.
Yeah.
Marcus Thompson says no.
That was a heavy hit.
Isaac Little with that foul. That's his first.
Isaac Little for the Red Streaks fouling there.
Well, it was a wee bit violent.
Yeah.
It's one of those where defensively you want to make sure he doesn't get the shot off.
Well, there's Tanner sinking the first one.
And Wheelersburg still hasn't missed a foul shot this half.
Well, that's going to be key, as we talked about.
One of our big key stats of the day. First half not so good. This half, perfect.
Had they even made one of their foul shots in the first quarter,
right? They were 0 for 3.
They would have at least tied going into the halftime, instead of being down by 2.
Well, Piketon honestly giving Wheelersburg a little bit better game than I thought they would.
Really?
Yeah, just based on statistics, kind of thought Purdue was probably all they had. Down to 10 seconds, Piketon wanting to take this last shot. Wheelersburg don't want to give them a good one.
No.
Quickly approaching 5.
They're going to have to do something.
The drive, and they score. Isaac Little caps the third quarter.
So we'll take a quick break at the third period, and we'll be back with the final period of action on this regional championship game right after this.
2 for the 7:30, please.
Enjoy the movie. It's a lot cleaner. Yeah, they actually cycle movies faster here.
They've been sending it like a box of chocolates.
Have you seen a really big snake? I hate snakes.
None shall pass.
Wheelersburg Cinema, still bringing movies to life.
You're watching Zone Sports.
Tricky.
Game on.
And we're back. Wheelersburg fans standing up. They're pumped.
Yeah, it's tricky. Tricky.
3-point lead in this final period, 46-43. We're going to see who pulls this out.
Well, certainly momentum's on Wheelersburg's side at this point, even though Piketon got that last 2 before the quarter. Wheelersburg's feeling it.
That's it. Well, I'm gonna try to go through our sponsor list again in this final period. Please bear with me. We've got a lot of great sponsors helping bring this game out to you this evening. And if you get a chance, make sure you tell them that you're happy for their support of Zone Sports following the local teams.
They worked it hard to get it to Purdue on that far side.
He just couldn't do it.
Yeah, and he just came up a little bit short on the shot. You know, he is very good at creating his opportunities.
He is.
Skip pass.
You know, I'm very surprised
he traveled
about
right there.
I haven't seen Cole Lowry make a 3-point. Did I miss one?
The very first, he does have one.
He does
in
have
the
one.
first
Okay.
quarter.
Okay. I'll say because we've watched some of the games where he's just been death on the 3-pointers.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
We had a game against Valley. I think he had
long pass.
7 of them in the first half.
And the streak score.
That's going to be Blanton again, and Wheelersburg's just not capable of getting back on defense quick enough for this Piketon Red Streak team. Lowry kind of putting that one up flat-footed. It rims out.
Oh!
Nice little fake. And the finish, Trent Salyers with his first points of the game.
Cole Lowry, the assist.
All right, a few of our sponsors. I want to talk about the 140C store with the coldest legal beverages. Melcher Funeral Home, Freedom Outdoors, Tammy Hale Insurance, Penn Station, Menix Oil Change, Ridge Mini Mart, right out there in Wheelersburg, Jenkins Sunoco, over in Sciotaville, Millhuff and Stangs CPA downtown, Muletown Mini Mart out in Muletown, Supreme Pest Control, Mustang Muffler, and Jason Conley Truck Sales. We got a tie ball game.
Yeah, big 3 there by Purdue. Purdue trying to bully his way in there. And there again, you play defense with your feet. You got to slide over there, number 12. If you just reach with the hand, you're going to get the whistle every time.
Yep.
And you don't want this young man on the line. That's going to be on the floor. Piketon will take the ball out of bounds underneath. And timeout.
We got a timeout.
Wheelersburg is going to be a 30-second timeout.
Well, they're breaking. We will too, and we'll be back right after this.
At Desco, we believe loans to small businesses result in stronger communities. We believe the experience and ability to make local decisions awards you the home field advantage. We believe quick decisions and straightforward answers are what you need to get started. At Desco, we have terms to fit your business. Desco Federal Credit Union. We make business loans.
You're watching Zone Sports.
They got 3?
Game on.
Cole, JJ.
And we're back. Got 5:34 left to go in this ball game. It's a tie ball game, 48-48. Both sides are running hot, trying to pull this out.
Well, it's win or go home.
That's it.
So this is when all the drama comes down to it. These kids aren't going to leave an ounce of effort out on the floor.
A few more sponsors on today's ball game. Big thanks out to B&E Healthcare, Reinhardt Truck Sales, Clarktown Tire and Alignment, Games Napa Auto Parts there in Lucasville,
Traveling the ball.
All Cracked Up's cell phone repair there in Wheelersburg, Kogan's Competition Engines, Evans Variety, Bo Cook's Garage, Field of Dreams, BG's Pizza, and more. Also want to thank WIOI, Smith Drugs, Rallies, Pro Pest Control, and Gaddy's Pizza. Big thanks out to all of our sponsors today. Had our little traveling the ball call.
Yes. You know, one of the things that kind of surprises me, and I'm sure it surprises Stephen Ader too, Wheelersburg's coach, Piketon really hasn't full court pressed them a lot in this game.
Yeah, they haven't.
Picked up full court press, but they really haven't given them a whole lot of pressure. And more of Tanner Holden underneath.
Who was the foul on? Tanner Veach.
So a whole lot of helpings of Tanner Holden underneath. That's all day. Piketon really don't have an answer to defend him. If he can keep the ball up to his chin, I mean, he's unstoppable.
No. Dyer coming back in for Trent Salyers. A few more sponsors. Hope Source Treatment, Wagner Rental with all the Wagner boys, Stoltz Pharmacy, Sherman Krieger Insurance, Direct Connect Media, and Bob and Floyd Tires.
There's our first missed free throw of the second half. And hopefully the last.
Go. Big shot. No good from the side.
Truitt bring the ball down the floor to Lowry. Busy hands by Piketon.
Almost lost it.
Lowry with the shot, and he hits.
Hits the three-pointer. I don't know what happened there on the side. Did we have a – who is that? Is that number 12? Connor Mullins, did he steal it?
He did. I think he stole the inbounds. He deflected it out of bounds there on the side. But Cole Lowry with the second
shot off
three
all
of
the way out
game.
into the hallway. Did you see that?
Get that out of my house. That's a tough call on Tanner Holden. Yeah, and the fans aren't going to be too happy with that, but what happens is, Purdue is good about taking that ball inside, and he's going to take that ball up and under. He will initiate the contact with Holden, but he has the right from that ball up to the ceiling. So Holden's arm being in the way, he's going to get that call.
Well.
And there again, he hasn't missed a free throw in this game.
Yeah, I'm telling you, his free throws are impressive. You know?
Such an important part of the game. Has any one of them even hit iron?
Only one.
Yeah?
Only one.
I mean, they just splash net.
Yeah, every one of them has been almost identical.
As they should be. Holden taking it to the lane and finishes. You talk about somebody putting the team on their back. Holden stepping up to the plate here.
He is. Oh, no, come on.
And getting the rebound. He'll bring it down himself.
Yes, he
I don't
will.
need it. I don't need that. And I'll finish, draw the foul.
Yep. A few more sponsors on tonight's game. B&B Loan, Barrett Murphy Insurance, the Desco Federal Credit Union, Lutz Supply, Portsmouth Cinema 8, the Portsmouth Public Library, Powell Insurance Agency, Soda Career and Technical Center, Shawnee State University, Southern Ohio Medical Center, Sunspot Tanning, the Wheelersburg Cinema, and the UPS Store. Big thanks to all those sponsors. We also want to thank KDMC Medical Center for all their support throughout the entire season as our main sponsor, main event sponsor here on the Zone. Big supporters of area youth and area activities, and big supporters of the Zone. Big thanks out to KDMC. You get a chance, make sure you mention to our sponsors how much you like the games and our area coverage. To our sponsors, 3 minutes, 10 seconds left in this ball game. 6-point difference between the Red Streaks and the Pirates. Pirates being up.
Huge rebound there off the Holden miss from the free throw line. Stripped. And it stays on Wheelersburg's side. Looked like it may have come off J.J. Truitt's body to go out of bounds. but they'll keep the ball.
Yep.
Austin Taylor re-enters for Isaac Little.
Austin Taylor entering for the Red Streaks.
We'll see some screens up to the elbow. Corner and the three well short. Wheelersburg getting on the floor to get the rebound and up and good.
Oh!
Truitt falling down, finishes with the layup. Purdue, kind of a desperation three there.
It was close, but sucked up by Holden on the rebound.
Really surprised Piketon's not picking up full court pressure, even on missed shots. Wheelersburg working some clock here. Holden again taking it baseline. This time he can't get it to go down.
Oh! Good opportunity to call timeout.
Mac Dyer just entangled in there with Piketon and has the presence of mind to call a timeout.
That's it. Well, we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back right after this.
Let's see if we can get you some help.
Who do you think you're going to get to help me this time of night?
Thank you for calling King's Daughters. This is Natalie. How can I help you?
My husband has a pretty bad cough, and it seems like it's getting worse.
Let's see about getting him in to see a provider.
Care 24/7. Free advice, help, and scheduling 24 hours a day.
Honey, I think they can get you in as soon as the morning.
That fast?
That fast.
Care 24/7. Here when you need us.
You're watching Zone Sports. Game on.
And we're back here at the Convo in Athens. What a game this has been.
Coming up on the 2-minute warning.
You know,
Wheelersburg having the presence of mind to call a timeout there, and still maintaining possession of the ball. Yeah, if they can go up here by double digits, Piketon's going to have to do an awful lot to get back in this game.
Well, this is also, we're coming into foul territory too.
True, and that's advantage Purdue, but Purdue's not the one going to the line.
That's it.
Wheelersburg is. In this half, they've been pretty productive at the free throw stripe.
They have.
8 for 10 from the line. Tough inbounds pass.
Yeah.
To the right guy. Tanner Holden can get up there and high point that.
He can. So 2 minutes to the Sweet 16.
This is where the fouls are going to come in.
Tanner Purdue, second foul for him, 7 on the team.
So Wheelersburg now in the bonus situation with the 7th foul.
That's it. Cole Lowry head, up to the line. So 2 minutes, and then we have our Sweet 16.
Right. Yeah, like you said earlier, this will turn into a free throw shooting contest for the final 2 minutes. Wheelersburg makes. They're moving on. Didn't work out for them there. Yeah, Piketon really shooting with some desperation there. That kid was pretty well covered.
Oh, he was falling as he threw.
Yeah, just leaning in, trying to get that shot off. That was Isaac Little. He's a freshman.
Cole Lowry back to the line.
Piketon really in a position now where they're going to have to shoot a lot of threes or drive the lane in the hopes of picking up that foul.
Yep.
And there again, Wheelersburg just needs to make foul shots. They're going to get fouled every time they touch the ball now.
They are. So Lowry's back at the line. And it goes in. Getting close to that double digit.
Lowry has made both of his foul shots today. And missed the back end. Stolen from behind.
Oh.
That's tough. That's tough. Marcus Thompson stepping in there, calling the foul rather than the jump ball. And that looked pretty clean, didn't it?
Yeah.
J.J. Truitt, nevertheless, will step to the line and try to hammer a few more nails into the finish of this contest.
Well, we're right on the edge. And there it is. That's a 10-point lead. So let's see how the Streaks handle this.
Second shot not following.
Oh, did you see that?
Getting tipped out from behind, and he could pull this out.
What is that business?
So just grabbing.
Did you see him?
Yeah, grabbing Connor Mullins.
I'm telling you. Like, that's not going to send you back to the line.
Stephen Ader, I love how he didn't lose his mind on that. He's got the game in his pocket. He doesn't need to. He just looked at the official and kind of smiled and shrugged. It's like, I mean, really? You know, let's keep it safe out here, fellas.
Yeah, that's it.
At least he did grab him as if to hold him from falling down.
Yeah.
So Connor Mullins makes good on his first free throw. 3 for 3 from the line.
Connor Mullins been a really kind of a step-up player this whole game.
Yep. Got 9 points on the day and almost another steal there by Tanner Holden. A 3-point attempt.
Lowry just picked it up and took off moving. Almost picked up again. Did you see that?
We got a little safety back here by Mullins.
There's just all kinds of crazy movement going on now.
Yeah, the errant pass and Mullins back there intercepting, kind of falling behind. They want to make sure they don't let any quick baskets down the other end. So they kind of have a safety, as in football, to ensure against that.
There we go. Connor Mullins dropping another one.
5 for 5 now from the line. You know, the sad part about this, as Wheelersburg fans and fans of Scioto County, certainly we're going to root for them, but you hate to see the kids from Piketon, the seniors, stepping off the floor here at the end of the game.
You do.
Know, it's emotional. It's the last time they'll don this uniform.
Well, sure.
And it's tough.
A lot of ball scramble going on.
Yep. And we got a foul there on the floor. That's going to be J.J. Truitt with the bump. At this point, you don't want to stop the clock.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'll go ahead and say it now. I predicted that Wheelersburg would win this game by 13, and that seems to be the deficit as we speak.
We're right on the money right now.
So I was a little concerned there at halftime, thinking this wasn't going to come out.
Well, the Wheelersburg bench is always deep. Mm-hmm. You know.
And speaking of that, Coach Ader's going to empty that bench.
You know, I always love this part of the game.
Right.
You know, when they start moving out some of the fresher jerseys and let the younger guys in and play.
Yeah, these 10 kids don't have a bead of sweat on them.
No.
But many of these kids might have a starting role next year.
They might.
So get a little taste here of the convo.
Well, it's such a big deal for everybody, you know, going to the convo. I mean, you know, Wheelersburg's been here a lot, as we talked about.
Right.
But, you know, you look at, like, last week, New Boston was here.
Mm-hmm.
First time they'd been here in 20 years.
Right.
You know, so, you know, it is a rare occurrence.
It is for some of these teams. Not so much for Wheelersburg, but it's special.
It is.
It doesn't matter how many times you've been here. You know, matter of factly, the more you've been here, the more you want to come back.
Yeah.
But you don't want to miss on this atmosphere.
No, you are right.
It is special.
16 seconds
This is a special
left.
group of kids.
It is.
16 seconds, and they're moving on to the Sweet 16.
That's it. Then it'll go from 16 to 8 to 4 to 2 to the winner.
And hopefully Wheelersburg can get championships in 2 sports this year.
That
possibly 3. Very good in baseball as well.
That would be really great. That would be really great.
And this is going to – he's going to get a 3.
Look at that.
24 for Wheelersburg.
Ashton Clevenger
empties the bucket.
Dropped that 3 like it was nobody's business. Did
Drop
you see
it like
that?
it's hot.
That's it. Final score, Wheelersburg Pirates 66, Piketon Red Streaks 50. One heck of a game. We'll go ahead and take a quick break while they're shaking hands, and we'll be right back with everything after this.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Howell Insurance Agency, serving you for over 75 years.
You're watching Zone Sports. Game on.
And we're back here with the wrap-up. Wrap-up's brought to you by Lee Goody Green State Farm there in Wheelersburg. We want to thank her for supporting the wrap-up tonight as we watch the players get their medals. Now, Jay, let's talk about what happened here today.
Well, what happened is we had a whale of a basketball game, probably a little bit better than the 66-50 final score would intimate. For 3 quarters, this was tight, and Wheelersburg just really exploded in that 4th quarter. Tanner Holden kind of putting the team on his back there for a little while. It was special. It was fun to watch.
It was. I mean, it's a fast-paced game, at times. It was a methodical game in a lot of ways,
Right.
I mean, we talked about foul shots over and over and over again and how important they were.
They win championships.
They do.
And the first half, Wheelersburg really didn't take many, and the ones they took, they missed. They didn't make any of the first half. Second half, they made quite a few. They only missed 2 out of like 20.
Yeah.
So that's a nice percentage, and that's what you need to move on, and that's what they've done.
Well, the Streaks down there are getting their medals. I've got to hand it to them. They had a great run. They actually led it at significant times in the game and took significant leads. I want to commend their coach on his attire and his coaching.
Evan Lake did a super job out there. And they're 19-5 coming into this game. That's a lot of wins. So, super season for them. They're led in scoring by Tanner Perdue, of course, the 6'1 senior. He may be playing some college ball somewhere. He scored 21 points tonight, and big tonight was Alex Blanton. He had, 3 threes and a total of, 17 points.
Who was number 24 on the Red Streaks?
24 was Blake Reeder.
He was my favorite guy in that he just, his wraparound pickup.
Right. He didn't score a lot, but he was active.
That's it.
To say the least, he was active.
That's it. And my other favorite is the actual Red Streak. I don't think the mascots get enough play.
The pizza pie.
That's it.
I'm feeling pizza on the way home.
Me too.
P-Town,
Me too. I want condiments on it though. I want sausage.
Right.
And things like that.
Sauce isn't going to get it.
That's it.
For Wheelersburg, let's look at some stats there, and I think we're together on the most valuable player, who's our sponsor today.
Yeah, our sponsor is Toro Loco.
Toro Loco, as usual. Is our most valuable player sponsor.
Real quick, I want to thank Toro Loco for being there as the sponsor for the most valuable player. They really support things throughout the area, and I just want to say thanks to Mario and the gang down there.
Yeah. And fans, if it's not a restaurant you frequent, you should. Because they're good people. They take good care of you. My grandsons, that's their favorite place to go.
That's
They love to go there. But Tanner Holden, the 6'6 junior, 23 points tonight. I don't know how many block shots, but he had a few that were key and he just really played really impressive. We talked about him being the Swiss Army knife, dribbling the ball down the floor, getting rebounds, putbacks, a near dunk. Tanner Holden just played a well of a ball game tonight. Behind him, points-wise, Cole Lowry had 12. J.J. Truitt and Connor Mullins had 10 apiece. And we had a number of kids that had 2 points apiece. Trent Salyers, Justin Salyers, Mac Dyer. Mac Dyer came in there really key defensive player there in the second half.
Yeah.
And Ashton Clevenger.
There's Cole Lowry right there. I mean, like I say, what a bench full of great young men.
Right. Yeah. You just look at them there. A lot of coaches don't have the value of looking down their bench and knowing that if I need to sub somebody in, I'm not going to lose a step by doing it.
Right.
Any one of these kids could go in there and play pretty well against their best player.
That's it. There's O'Connor Mullins coming on.
So,
and Tanner Holden, our most valuable player here,
is our final one.
Our Toro Loco player of the game, Tanner Holden, as he gets his medal. An incredible job. And Stephen Ader and his staff, the coaching staff from Wheelersburg, entering
big
the court
hand
now.
for him. There again, last year they kind of stepped out of the tournament early and didn't have a whole lot of returning starters. So he did a fine job with this group this year, and he has a few more games to play, perhaps.
Yes, that's true. That is true. So they got the championship trophy. The Pirates will move on to the Sweet 16 and will play here again at the Convo.
There's Chris Porter, principal of Wheelersburg, handing them the game ball.
Now they'll cut down the net.
A nice group picture here for all these fine young men from Wheelersburg. Big congratulations to them. Best of luck, best wishes. Hope they move on to the Elite Eight.
Yes.
It'd be nice if we got to see them again next week.
That would be. Well, as the team and the cheerleaders cut down the net, that ends this Zone Sports broadcast. I'm Chuck Jones
This is Jay Miller.
And we're out of here.